remember talking to you at spring football about
Yeah.
guys just developing, maybe taking it a little more seriously. How's the group been here in camp so far?
Great. It's been good, especially having some of the transfers come in, bringing in a veteran presence. It's been all business all the time. So it's been really smooth on that front. I've been really happy.
What have the new guys added?
Well, I think mainly experience, or it's like you have guys who have been around the block a little bit. They know how a training camp is supposed to look. And so being able to hold everybody accountable, keep the intensity of practice high. They're just guys who have done it before. So I think that's the biggest thing I've noticed. And obviously depth and talent, of course, but that's a given.
Is there a little bit of like a learning curve with kind of some of that assimilation? Because it is a lot of starts, both that you brought back, but also some starts from other programs and that kind of thing. So
not so much in the sense of like playbook type things. It's been pretty solid so far. There haven't been a lot of missed assignments. And I think that also speaks to the veteran presence a little bit. Guys are in their playbooks. They know what it takes. I think it's more learning how the guys around you play, like especially on O-line, knowing how a specific guy does a certain block. Because everyone, your body's a little different, your technique's a little different. And so getting used to playing together, I think, is more the challenge on that front, which that's how it is at the start of every camp.
Yeah, kind of learning how to be one body.
Right, exactly.
A lot of the coaches have talked about they really liked how competitive the camp has been.
Oh, yeah.
Any particular reason why you think it's been so competitive right out of the gate?
Well, I think we want to be great. I think that's the first thing, and I think that starts with practice, right? You can't just be great on Saturdays. You have to practice great if you want to be great. And so everyone's playing hard. And especially with Jay Hill coming in, he brings a different intensity. The whole defensive staff brings a different energy. And so on offense, we have to match or exceed that if we want to win the day, and you just lift each other.
What else have you noticed facing the defense?
Well, obviously it was a really big scheme change to what they did before, which has been great. I think it's allowed our defensive players to play a little more free, which has been good. Everyone knows their responsibilities and they do it, and they're learning how to do it well. So, and it's great for us because, they do some challenging things, and for us to see that in preparation for, Sam Houston is really good stuff.
You know what position you're going to play this fall?
Nope.
What's it like getting rep? We saw you at guard today.
Yeah.
Is that a big change, or is it just
No.
something you can...
No, not really, because that's where I spent the first half of my redshirt freshman year. So, I've done it before. And so, no, it was kind of fun to go back to guard. It's a little less to think about than center, so you can kind of just go run and play. And, it's fun playing next to Paul. I enjoyed it a lot.
Coach Rada was telling us that there's probably a pretty good chance, like even when the starting five is cemented, that may not be the same starting five. It's a really long season, so it's nice to have kind of some mix and match ability and that kind of thing.
For
Do
sure.
you see yourself as kind of that mix and match kind of guy? Like, you want me to play center, I'll play center, play guard.
Yes, in a sense, because whatever the coaches want me to do, I'll do. Whatever they think is going to put us in the best position to win, I'm willing to do that. Center's not really a position you typically change unless you have to. And so I don't know how that's going to look on the center front, but regardless of where I'm asked to play, it's pretty rare for five guys starting on an O-line to spend the entire season together. Someone gets banged up at some point, even if it's just for one game. Someone gets banged up somewhere. So having 7 or 8 guys who are starter caliber players is huge, and that's what we've had the past, I guess, every year I've been here. We've had that depth, and it's been really good to help us down the stretch.
What stood out the most to you with Keaton Slovis?
Just his comfort in the offense. He's in complete control. All right, he knows everything that's going on. He's not rushed, and he can just dial in and get the job done. I think that's what stood out the most. So you can call it poise, I guess. I think that's what's stood out the most is we get the call, he knows what to do, gets everybody on the same page, and executes his job.
How, from your perspective as an offensive lineman, you've seen some great quarterbacks here.
Yeah.
At BYU. How comforting is it to have a signal card that's already that comfortable?
It's very comfortable having somebody I trust back there. I'm in a little bit of a vulnerable position a lot of the time, so having somebody I can trust on the personal front is nice. But also just in the game sense of, just knowing that he's in complete control and that, hey, he may see something that I can't see in terms of protections and other things like that. And we're to the point now where he can come up, change protections, that thing. That kind of breeds confidence across the entire offense. When the receivers know Keaton's dialed in, they're going to be dialed on their routes because they know if they're open, they're going to find him. We're going to be dialed in on our protections. And in the run game, it just builds everyone's confidence. And if we can get everyone on that level of understanding the playbook, being able to play fast because you know what to do, then the confidence builds in everybody.
You think this team's better equipped to face adversity this year? Because that was something
For
that was,
sure.
a challenge.
For sure. Sometimes you don't learn how to handle something unless you go through it. And I think we learned a lot from the experiences that we had last year, especially on the leadership front as players. And I think we know a lot of the red flags and things that we can know to help avoid a lull like that again. So I would think we're definitely better equipped to handle that.
What, if anything, has Caleb Etienne shared about what can be expected in a Big 12 schedule?
Just week in and week out, you have to bring the same intensity. It's like you guys, you all remember the intensity of the Baylor game last year. That type of energy is good. That's going to be an every week thing. And we have to dial it up because Baylor was obviously a really emotional game for us, and then we had a little bit of an emotional letdown against Oregon. So I think that kind of comes from the learning aspect too, learning from that and knowing that you just have to bring it the same level and improve each week. So without a doubt now, you have 9 games to get to a conference championship. And so, week in and week out, you got to prepare the same, execute the same, have the same level of energy. You got to be consistent throughout the whole season.
How much is that a conversation in this conference championship? Is that you guys bringing that up at all?
Well, yeah. Obviously it's the goal. You're in a conference, we're not going to go out there and play not to win the championship, right? So I think that's what everyone's goal is deep down, and it's just being disciplined in everything we do every day. That's what will take care of getting us to where we want to be during the season, is making sure I take care of what I'm doing right now. And I don't look too far ahead and miss out on reps or, spending a little more time in the playbook or watching a little more film. Don't miss out on those things right now. Those are the things that are going to get us to our ultimate goal. So, anybody else? Okay. Appreciate it, guys.